limit you from recognizing the amount of time that was invested by these students in these events. I'm going to ask the concert band members to stand up, and then I'm going to read a little something for you. Members of the concert band, please stand up. Before I read the, no, stay standing. You're going to have to be subjected to this paragraph standing. I'd like to point out that Kevin Chang is standing. He was and should be standing. Kevin joined the class as a student helper and helping work with the kids, and he also took up bassoon and actually played it with the orchestra at the spring performance. So Kevin is going to be a part of the concert band for this portion. This group actually represents two classes that meet on separate days. They don't see each other but a couple of times before the concert. We brought together students that attended Potomac Falls, River Bend, and frankly some students who came from other schools, and the challenge is to bring all these kids together and make them a functioning group for our first performance in December. We also have a group that doesn't necessarily have the culture that the symphonic band has, a tradition. It's sort of a new group, and they reinvent themselves every year. I'm especially proud of the consistency and faith that our concert band members put into their work this year. And it showed with a fine performance in district assessment, earning a superior rating, and in the combined spring concert where frankly I made them play music that was extremely hard for that level of group. I am so proud of what the concert band achieved this year and the growth that you guys demonstrated. Congratulations to the concert. Second group I'd like to recognize is actually a group that's sort of a hybrid of a number of different activities. The percussion ensemble. Percussion ensemble is a small class. We are very lucky. Please remain standing. It's a very small class. It consists of 10 students, and they are responsible for everything that is hit, struck, crashed, smashed, bashed, or otherwise rammed into itself in some way. They have to prepare over 30 pieces of music throughout the school year. They need to do it without the benefit of working with the wind players until the last minute. A couple of rehearsals, get it done. And you have to do it where you're just hitting a drum and imagining somebody else is playing a melody or however it fits. It takes a tremendous amount of focus and concentration to do it. And then on top of that, the band director makes you play a percussion ensemble piece for Solo and Ensemble Festival, which is actually the hardest one of the 5 I offered to them. Go figure. And they earned a superior at Solo and Ensemble Festival as well. Ladies and gentlemen, the outstanding the symphonic band. Can I ask the symphonic band members to stand? What an incredible group of musicians you are. The students standing before you have experienced an incredible year of success and recognition. In this year's symphonic band, it performed some of the hardest music that this school has seen the groups do. Lincolnshire Posey, colleges don't touch it. We went ahead and gave it a shot. The ensemble continued its tradition of great musicianship by earning another superior rating in district band assessment in March. We placed, I think, 16, 18, 20 people in the all-district band. 6 of them went to all-state auditions, of which 4 of them made it into the all-state band. When we play a district assessment, it has become, quite frankly, a little mark on the calendar for other band directors to come listen. We've got directors, retired directors, who come into the district to hear our district band assessment performance. Potomac Falls Symphonic Band has a reputation now in the state of excellence that is well earned. You guys do such a great job working together. I'm so proud to be able to work with such fine musicians. Being the symphonic band is not easy unless you're dedicated. It requires tenacity and patience and the willingness to eliminate your own ego in order to, you have to eliminate, how am I going to say this in English? You have to eliminate your ego while still maintaining the idea that you have to contribute who you are to the group. I don't know if that makes sense. The ability to be confident but not egotistical is a very hard thing for an adolescent to do. It's astonishingly hard. And these guys do it day in and day out, putting up with me on the podium where I try to separate out those two elements as we try to create great music. Unlike most any other organization in the school, these kids have to produce in real time. They don't get time to think about it. They don't get extended time. When it's time to play, they have to play. And they have to do it with a level of precision that is substantially greater than any class in the school expects of its students. Down to the last person, they can't play at the wrong time. They can't play a wrong note. There's a lot of demand on those students. And they have to put up with me. Just saying. I am very proud of what you guys have accomplished this year. Those of you that are coming back next year, it's going to be another wonderful year. I just can't imagine it being better, but we're going to try. It's going to be a great, great season next year. Help me congratulate the incredible musicians. Seniors now to stand up. Do we have any seniors? There's always something wrong with that. Good for you. Congratulations to these fine young ladies and gentlemen. As individuals, they shined. As a marvelous team, they led by example. This class has always been a somewhat focused, yet fun-loving group. They are not usually obnoxious, though some are energetic. They're not so much ego-driven as much as they're willing to push from their own perspective. How's that for diplomacy? Far from like-minded, because they're not like-minded, and yet able to bring together their talents to make some beautiful music together. As a group, they have been amazing, both in terms of achievements and contributions over the 4 years they've been in the program. I believe that you have experienced concerts in Baltimore. Did you do the Baltimore concert?
Yeah.
I believe Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Some of you went to Orlando. Yes. I have a picture of Bruce down in Orlando in the reading session. I'll have to share that with you. Oh, okay. And then, of course, those of you that are in the marching band, we performed in New Jersey, Maryland, Virginia, all points of the compass. Superior performances at district band assessment, Virginia Honor Band. Every year that you've been in high school, you were members of the very first Blue Ribbon recognition of the Department of Music here at Potomac Falls last year. Just an incredible group of musicians and lovely people. And I am so thrilled that you guys are going to be moving on. Some of you going into music, some of you going on to college, doing other things. I'm just so thrilled that you guys came through our program and are going to take with you, hopefully, some of the lessons we've all learned together. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior class. And now it's time for me to start calling people forward because these are going to be a little bit more formal. We are moving at a very good clip. It's my pleasure to recognize a number of students for outstanding contributions to our band program. I want to preface what I'm going to say about some of these individuals with the observation that it's both a blessing and a curse to be at Potomac Falls. It is a blessing because we have so many excellent kids in our school. We have so many wonderful musicians. We have so many different characters, different people to bring different things to our program, and frankly, to the school as a whole. That's a blessing. The first is you have to pick somebody. And there is pressure on me as the member of the Performing Arts and the Fine Arts Department to contribute to recognition of students in the school. The problem I have is they want me to pick one kid, one child, not from the band, from the entire Performing Arts program. One child to represent as the best. I can't do that. I cannot pick one of you to say you're the best because you're all great. So, next Wednesday, when they say Fine Arts Student of the Year or whatever, I didn't have a hand in it. I won't pick one of you because you're all deserving. But having said that, I do think it is appropriate for us to recognize what the aspects of talent are, or skill, or what you bring to the program, to recognize a feature of what you bring to this program. No one here is the be-all and all. We are a matrix that functions together because of all of us. But some of us bring a little something extra to certain parts of that process. Those are the kids I'm going to be recognizing this evening. I hope that there's a palpable difference in what I described. So let's start with Drew Feed. Would you come forward? The Gilmore Award is presented to a junior that has served the program with honor, enthusiasm, and excellence. Drew has served in the symphonic band, the marching band, the pit orchestra, as well as represented us at solo ensemble assessment and all district band. This coming year, he'll be serving as one of our 2 drum majors. In recognition of his outstanding musicianship, his personal contributions, and leadership and service to the band program as a junior, I present the Patrick Gilmore Award to Mr. Drew Feed. I'd like to have Rachel Fink and Spencer Sikoski, please step forward. This one's a little bit different. Each year, the United States Marine Corps asks band directors across the nation to nominate 2 students to receive the Semper Fidelis Award. Being ever faithful is a motto that has special meaning to the Marines. In recognition of their faithful contribution to our band program, I have nominated these 2 fine students for that recognition. From what I understand, the United States Marine Corps will be sending someone in full regalia next Wednesday to the school-wide awards morning in order to present them their awards. So I have nothing to give them because the Marine Corps doesn't want me doing it for them. I respect that. So ladies and gentlemen, we will simply applaud and congratulate them for the Semper Fidelis Award. Rohan Singh, please come forward. Rohan has been a member of our jazz ensemble this year and has performed with the jazz ensemble a number of times. times. He was a featured soloist this year, and is, as a graduating senior, I think the most veteran of any of the jazz ensemble membership. I congratulate Rohan on his contributions to the jazz ensemble as a senior by awarding him from the Instrumentalist magazine the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award. Erica Collins and Patrick Gall, please stand forward. Both Erica and Patrick have spent the past 4 years in service of the band. They have always been reliable and dutiful, willing to help other students, take on responsibilities when asked, and contribute when volunteers are sought. Bands exist in part thanks to kids that step up to make life better for others. Please help me congratulate Erica and Patrick as I present each of them with the Instrumentalist Magazine Merit Awards. Kevin Chang and Sam Shapiro, would you please come forward? Kevin and Sam. What can I say? Kevin and Sam have become outstanding high school musicians and are bound to greater achievements and growth as they both pursue degrees in music at the collegiate level. These two gentlemen have both represented Potomac Falls at all district band, all state band, district solo and ensemble assessment, as well as having been members of the jazz ensemble, marching band, hit orchestra over the years, and I'm sure I've left something else out. Plastic Symphony, maybe. Yeah. I am very humbled that these two young men are going to be going on to some great music schools to do some wonderful work with some great teachers. They're very lucky, and they're getting an opportunity to do something that, frankly, a lot of people don't get to do. So I congratulate you, and I will publicly forewarn you that a music major has more credit hours in 4 years than any other major. You will have 8 o'clock classes every day. You will have night rehearsals. You will spend more time in the practice room, or else. And you're going to find out that your best friends are also fellow musicians who work just as hard as you. Please help me recognize them with applause as I give them the Instrumentalist Magazine Musicianship Awards. Olivia Asuncion. Olivia, in the past 4 years, has performed with the symphonic band, the marching band, the pit orchestra, the flute choir, including being the director of the flute choir this year. Solo ensemble assessment as a soloist, 3-time all-district band. The 4th year, she was an alternate by like a point. She was drill leader for the marching band. She did solos with the symphonic band. Olivia is one of those students more than willing to volunteer, take on responsibility, all while maintaining a caring yet focused demeanor. She is contemplative and analytical. She is sensitive and thoughtful. Her efforts have always been about the group and her peers. In Olivia, we find a young lady that is a hard worker and dedicated. She can be lighthearted, but very focused and extremely dedicated to the program. She can be relied upon to be trusted to do her best when asked, to be intuitive and confident when taking the initiative, can always be relied upon to have a thoughtful assessment when asked. I can trust Olivia to be forthright and without guile. She is nothing if not honest. In recognition of excellent achievement, for singular merit in loyalty and cooperation, and for pursuing and displaying those high qualities of conduct that a school instrumental music program requires, the John Philip Sousa Band Award, sponsored by Instrumentalist Magazine, is presented to Miss Olivia Asuncion. I'm doing good on time. Ladies and gentlemen, students and friends, this concludes my 33rd year of teaching and 13 years here at Potomac Falls. I realize that every graduating class consists of tremendous variety of characters and talents and motivations. Indeed, every student at the end of the school year has reshaped him or herself as they grow, mature, and make discoveries. I'm sure moms and dads remember their 9th grader. It was just last week. They're now graduating. My, how things have changed. I have been honored every year to have worked with some of the best and brightest young ladies and gentlemen in our school. Over my career, I've taught about 2,500 kids. Some of them are in their 40s and they're still kids in my book. Our successes are yours of which to be proud. This year has brought so many wonderful experiences from this program, from numerous awards with marching band, outstanding performances, fine concerts, being recognized as one of Virginia's best bands. All those things make working here at Potomac Falls a pleasure, getting a chance to work with such great kids. Our community has every right to be proud of this program and these students. I congratulate all of you and wish you a restful and recharging summer. For those of you in the marching band, it starts anew in about 8 weeks. Ladies and gentlemen, there's more cake. Please hang out and chat. And that's the end of the ceremony. Good night.